Mark are in the woods. By DNA. Performed by Nova Nocturne and Silver Underworld. I can't outrun it. The smell of rot follows me as I dash through the forest, snapping branches, boots digging into the soil, leaving a perfect trail for it to track me down. The memories, oh gods, what have I seen? Pale skin, empty eyes, flesh so fucking cold. Black stars pepper my sight as I push forward, only forward. I can't look back. The trees open up, and I break through to the campsite. The truck won't turn on. I need keys. Where did I put the damn keys? I need to. I have to. Please. I placed my head against the steering wheel and sobbed. It's dark. I fumbled my phone out. The time is 3:29. I must have passed out at the wheel. There's no cell phone signal. I'm going to have to drive closer to civilization before I can make a call. Now that I can think clearer, I'm able to get my keys out of the glove box. The truck bounced down the dirt road. All my sight was pulled to two yellow beams showing the path ahead, reaching solid asphalt and clear ground stretching before me. I pulled off to the side of the road, checking my phone signal. Who do I call? Animal control? Police? I don't know what to do. My hands were shaking as I called the one person that was always there for me. I listened to the phone ringing. I know that he isn't going to pick up, but I can't hang up. As long as it keeps ringing, I can still pretend that it's going to be okay, that he's there.
Hello?
Mark?
What the hell, Aaron? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Oh, gods, Mark. Is that really you? This can't be real. How is this happening? It sounds like Mark, but I don't know. I don't know how that's even possible.
Yep, it's me, Aaron. You alright, buddy?
I'm better than you. How did you end up there?
Are you safe?
I think so.
Okay, I need you to take a deep breath and hear me out. Can you do that for me, buddy?
His words felt so familiar, having heard them so many times, as he helped talk me down whenever things got too intense.
Okay, we have worked through this before. Sometimes you have a bad trip. I know you're really experienced on what you remember, but sometimes what you remember didn't actually happen. So I need you to relax and remember that what you're feeling is going to balance out. And the important thing is to not make any decisions till the next day.
Okay. So that didn't actually happen. I'm okay. You're okay. It's all going to be okay in the morning.
That's right, buddy. Are you going to be okay for now? I would like to try to get some sleep for work.
Yeah. As long as you're good. Then I'm good too.
All right. Hey, if you're still feeling off tomorrow, we can get together after work. I get off at 5:30 p.m.
Sounds good, man. I hope you get some sleep. I struggled to make sense of everything throughout the day, still questioning if Mark was going to be there at 17:30, or if I would just wait for someone that can't show up anymore. I don't know what's real, but after thinking on it, I was finally able to come up with a plan to figure out if that actually happened. If Mark shows up, I will invite him to go camping, and we can go check things out together. And if there isn't anything there, then it will prove that it didn't happen. I kept myself busy by coloring a picture to sell him on camping. As it got closer to 17:30, I started to feel anxious. What if he doesn't show up? What do I do then? There wasn't too long to dwell on this, because Mark finally pulled up. I hopped out of my truck and rushed over, picking him up in a bear hug and spinning him around. Finally, I felt like things were going to be okay. Letting him go, Mark started to head inside, complaining all the way.
Damn. Oh, damn, you're exhausting. But it's good to see you're feeling better. Hey, let's get inside before the neighbors start assuming things.
No worries. Your neighbor could clearly tell that I'm way too hot for you. I made myself at home, sprawling on the couch while Mark grabbed a couple of drinks for us. Taking one long drink to settle my nerves before starting into things. Do you remember when we were kids and how mysterious life was? Back then, there was magic to be found just around the corner.
Sort of. I mostly remember you getting me into trouble with your harebrained schemes.
Well, it's good to get into trouble from time to time. Look how boring life has gotten since you started acting like an adult. Since we graduated, Mark seems to be going off the deep end and seems to be trying to turn himself into a robot that simply works and works and works. And that's why it's good he has me to remind him that even a robot needs to charge the old batteries from time to time.
Okay, stop beating around the bush. Just tell me what crazy thing you're trying to make me do this time, just so I can tell you no.
I gave Mark a nice long hard look, desperately trying to make him see how important this it was to me. I try not to let the pain show as I struggle with the memory of what happened. I'm hurt. Words cut deep. The pain grew too much, and I closed my eyes, fighting back the tears. A sharp pain pierces my heart. My hands involuntarily clench at my chest as memories tear into me. The trees. Empty eyes. Cold. It's so damn cold. Opening my eyes, I could see Mark watching me. Forcing myself to calm down, I took a deep breath. Okay, fine. I will just tell you. Not so you can say no, but so you can say yes, and share in the excitement with me. Because what I have found is something no sane man could resist. And unlike me, you, my friend, are a sane man. This is it. After you see what I have here, there is no going back. Are you ready to face what is hidden within? I took out my drawing, placing it on the table, still folded in half. My hand rested atop it as I looked at Mark, fighting the urge to hide just how much this meant to me.
Nope. I guess I'm not ready for something that intense. I guess I have to back out while I still can.
Gods, Marcus, why do you have to be so damn obstinate all the time?
Obstinate. Wow, that's a big word for you. Have you been using the word of the day calendar I got you?
Keeping my attention on unfolding the paper, I paused for a moment to utilize sign language to tell Marcus, "Fuck you," before returning to the task at hand. There. I slammed the paper down, getting exasperated at this point. Now he could see the masterpiece, a map, clearly showing that we need to go camping.
Oh, that's very nice. Do you want me to hang this in my fridge?
No. Okay, yes. But that's besides the point. We need to go camping. You have a 3-day weekend coming up, so there's no excuse not to go. Enjoy life for once. I used the best argument I could come up with to get Mark to just stop being stubborn and just help me this time.
Um, okay. I'm in.
Again, the feeling that things were going to be okay returned. I worked to make sure I had everything for 2 people to go camping, but after that I had nothing to distract me. I was so damn focused on trying to prove myself wrong that I didn't plan for what if I was right. What if that was real? What if that was real? And if it was, then what was I about to go camping with? I took my Glock out of the safe, making sure everything was clean and in working order before loading it. I hope I don't need this. But I have to be careful, just in case I'm not crazy. I pulled up around noon. Mark was still drinking his morning coffee. As always, waiting until the last minute to get ready. I rolled down my window and called out to him. Hey, are you ready to head out into the great unknown?
You know it. I'm just so ready to act like Elsa and head right out to the unknown. Please tell me this is just a figure of speech. You do actually know where we're going, right?
Well, it all depends. Life can be full of so many unexpected twists. Like what happened back in high school when we tried to prank Karen. You remember that, right?
Yep, I remember how your plans would go often and get us in hot water. You better not be planning to do anything crazy this time.
I found myself making up a story about Karen before I realized what I was doing. I felt a cold chill as Mark pretended to remember something that never happened. Calm down, Aaron. This doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll try to relax, be less negative for the trip. I guess I just forgot how to relax and have fun.
Hey, it's all right. I'm just glad you're here with me. I want this to be true. I never wanted to be crazy so badly before in my entire life. I just want this to be a fun camping trip with my best friend still with me. Besides, you will always have me to remind you how to have fun, right? The campsite was about 75 kilometers away. As we drove, I felt compelled to ask Mark about our past, checking to see if he remembered things that happened, or worse, if he would pretend to remember things that I just made up on the spot. By the time we got to the trail, I felt broken. I'm so afraid that I didn't make this up. What do I do? What do I do if it's still there? All right. Get your pack on. It's going to be a hard push if you want to get to the campsite before sunset. The trees closed in around us. The ground shifted beneath my boots, and I could feel its eyes behind me, watching me, waiting. Everything pointed to me being right. Everything. What do I do? I felt like it could attack me at any moment. I tried to act normal so it wouldn't know I was onto it as I set up the campsite. By the time the camp was set up, the sun had started to dip in the sky. I needed to get going, or I would have to sleep with this thing watching over me. We still have some sunlight left.
A little, but you know how fast darkness spreads when camping.
I guess. It's not far. Do you think you have a little more walking left in you? I watched, waiting to see if there would be an excuse given to keep me from finding the truth.
All right, buddy. As long as it's not far, I have a little more going in me tonight.
I walked ahead, retracing my steps from days earlier. I could clearly see the broken branches and deeply worn boot tracks I left behind. All my focus was on forcing myself forward, ever forward to the truth. A truth I didn't want to know.
I'm glad you convinced me to do this. I didn't realize how badly I needed it. I got so caught up with everything, and I hardly feel like myself nowadays. And it's good to be reminded of who I am outside of work.
Ignoring his words, I focused on just moving forward. When we were almost there, I decided it would be better if it goes first, so I wouldn't have to worry about it being behind me. It's just around the bend. You go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Okay, I'll see you around the bend.
I could already smell its rot as I followed from behind, discreetly working my gun out and switching the safety off, trying to prepare for what was about to happen. With every step, that sour smell grew. My hope for all of this being a hallucination began to crumble. Mark was my best friend. We had always been together, balancing each other out. And no matter what life threw at us, we always helped each other make it through. Mark deserved better than this. I should have been there. I stopped following as it rushed up to Mark's corpse, holding the gun ready as it looked over what it did to Mark, admiring its handiwork.
This can't be real. How does it have my face?
I had to catch my breath after looking at my best friend's lifeless eyes again. It was the same eyes that had been haunting my dreams. Mark. He was a good guy. He could take life so seriously at times that he would forget to live it. But that's why he had me. We balanced each other out. I was supposed to have his back. And I was supposed to be there when he needed me. At my words, it remembered I was there, turning around to see me. I held my gun ready to avenge the friend I failed to save.
Aaron, what the fuck is going on?
Shut up! You shut the fuck up. You're not him. I don't know what the hell you are, but you're not him. It moved, trying to back away from me as I prepared to shoot.
Wow! Hey, listen. Let's just calm down, okay?
I pulled the trigger, wanting to silence its words spoken in my friend's voice. Yet it moved inhumanly fast, flipping backwards to dodge the bullet, then scrambling backwards like the possessed bitch from The Exorcist into the trees and out of sight. But this wouldn't stop me. I knew how to read the path it made as it fled. I don't care if it takes me all night. I was going to kill the monster that killed my friend. As the shadows lengthened to true dark, it became harder to read its trail. I can't find it, but I feel like it's close. So damn close I could taste its sour smell. If I just make a little more noise, maybe I could get it to give itself away. Not Mark! You're not going to get away with this.
It's just a matter of time. I'm going to make you pay for what you did.
I hear something crack in a shifting bush not far away.
There you are.
At the sound of my voice, it burst out of the bush, but this time its movement was slow and erratic as it tried to shamble away from me. I thought I missed it before, but I guess I already wounded it with my first shot. The light of a new day started to break through the trees. There was no escape for it this time. It tripped, falling to the ground. Looking down for a moment to see what it had fallen over, I saw it. Another body. How many people did this monster kill? It seems to have given up and is laying still on the ground.
This is pathetic. It's too late, and you obviously aren't able to get away this time. Can't you just face your death with some fucking dignity? I bet the real Mark would have.
Moving closer, I wanted to get a better look at the body. My cold, dead face looked back at me. If this is Aaron's body, then who the fuck am I? Hey, I'd like to wrap this up with a special thanks to my friend Silver Underworld for adding his incredible vocals to this. But I'd also like to point out that there's more than one side of every story. And this was actually a story that was written in a set of two. If you want the other story to figure out just what was going through Mark's head throughout all of this, then head over to Silver Underworld and check out the video. Mark and Aaron are in the woods.